Hello guys, this is Richard and welcome to the first video of how to Blender and Unreal Engine. Today I'm gonna show you how to create a barrel that you see in front of you. This is just a print screen screenshot taken from in-game in Unreal Engine 4, and I'm gonna show you just step by step using simple and free methods how to create a realistic barrel like this. So, first of all, you just open your Blender using the version 2.72. I don't think this is the latest version of the Blender, but actually any version of Blender will actually suffice and do. I'm keeping the default lamp and default camera here just to see the render here. Um, yeah, so how to create a barrel? Actually, it's really easy and it's really fast. It's nothing complex, and the method I'm using is really simple. It's not a really detailed mesh, but it may just serve your basic testing or your minigame needs. So, first of all, what I always do in Blender, I just don't like the grid and the lines that actually get in my way, because still I'm always working in orthographic view and front or side cameras. So, what I'm gonna do is going to display and gonna turn off the grid floor and X and Y axis. Yeah, since with that got out of the way, we have a clean working space and so on. So now I want to set up my center point, because you see by clicking everywhere I kinda messed up where my objects will spawn. So I just don't want to be in the middle, but something like that, and from the side. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna delete this cube and create a cylinder. Now with the polygons and the lines, the verticals and the radius, the more you have, the more detailed and round it may seem. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna keep it by default. Yeah. So let's deselect and see the settings, and we have this cylinder. Now, what most of the guys are doing when creating objects is first they edit it. And this is what I do most of the time. First of all, I create the model itself, and afterwards I'm texturing it. But in this case, it's actually way more easier to first texture this barrel, the cylinder, and then deform it. So, first of all we need is a diffuse texture. So for this, we're gonna just use Google, and I'm gonna search something for like barrel seamless texture and see what I can find. And I'm gonna go to images for the Lithuanian toolbar, and as you can see, Google Images has a lot of preset diffuse. Of course, these images cannot be used in a product that's gonna earn you money, because every image belongs to a certain artist or a designer, and he would like to get paid for that. So keep that in mind. Don't use Google Images for your shipment projects. Just use it for experimenting or creating to see really fastly what your object will look like, and just later on create your own textures and invest time in that. Yeah, so let's just go and see what we have here. Yeah, this will perfectly do. Always keep in mind when you're using seamless textures, and seamless means that it's whenever you connect from whether side you connect two kind of these textures, they're gonna look exactly the same. They're gonna be a seamless image. And in order to do that, you always gotta check that the height and width of the texture is the same. That's really important, guys. And if you don't have this equal numbers, in most cases, you just gonna have a shitty result. So, I'm gonna just click the view, save this picture. Sorry again for the Lithuanian desktop. I'm gonna repair that in the future. I'm gonna call this barrel diffuse and save it to my desktop. Yeah. This is actually the first time I tried it for my own project, and you're gonna see how to get all these files real quick. Yeah, so where's my barrel? Yeah, this is the barrel diffuse. Yeah, so basically this is the image. It's a selfie. If you really like zoom it, you can see the pixels, so it's not a high resolution. It's only 512 by 512, but it's gonna just do just fine for this show. Yeah. Now, what I suggest you do if you're not an expert designer, or you're not great with Photoshop, and you don't know how to do height maps, occlusion maps, and normal maps, I suggest you to get this fine app. It's called the Crazy Bump, and I'm using the demo version just in case for the show. And this guy just made this wonderful, wonderful texture generation program software. It's not professional. It doesn't do like professional like, and you cannot do any like small changes or customizations on the texture, but you can get really quick results, and they look great in Unreal Engine 4. So this is the demo version. It's a free version, so I'm just gonna click on open a photograph file. I'm gonna go to desktop, and I'm gonna select my barrel diffuse. So Crazy Bump is thinking, and afterwards he just gives you two examples of how to create your normal map. So in the first picture you see that the metal parts of the barrel that are the rings, in this side they're like popped out, and in this side they're like kind of pressed in. So we need this popped out version to make the illusion that there's actually rings around there. So I'm gonna just select the shape, and over here you have the preview panel. I'm gonna select box to have a better look, and here you have a real-time view on how your textures with all the normal maps, displacement occlusion, gonna look in an engine, supposedly. Right here, now I'm gonna, yeah, everything's here. The diffuse specularity, ambient occlusion, and normal mapping is by default here. Yeah, so you can just adjust here the sensitivity. We can make it more kind of, you see, like grubbish. You can do it like, yeah, but for this I'm just gonna do not so aggressive. Maybe something a little bit. Yeah, I think that's gonna be just fine. Displacement, OCC, occlusion. Let's see for the occlusion. Gonna be a little bit brighter, this one. Yeah, now for the specularity map. Specularity, influence. Should I increase influence? You see the shininess, the influence of the shininess. Now it's really shiny, like made of glass. We don't want that, it's actually wood, but we still want it to deflect just a little bit. Metallic color, no contrast. I think this is gonna do good. Yeah. Now we need the normal map. I'm gonna save normal file to desktop. I'm gonna name it barrel normal, and occlusion. I'm gonna save occlusion file. Name this barrel OCC. Oh, that's too many C's. And specular map. Okay. Barrel spec. I'm gonna close the Crazy Bump now. Yeah, took him a while. OCC, normal, and specular map. Yeah, so this is basically what you're gonna use in engine. But for now, we're gonna just use barrel diffuse. Okay, back to the cylinder now. What I'm gonna do is just go to the front view and center this object a little bit from both sides. Yeah, it's good. I'm just gonna open a new window, and I'm gonna select the UV image editor. This is for creating. If you ever get this, just press the escape. Come on, escape. I don't want to see here. Render result. No, please no. Oh, here you go. Yeah. So basically, this is what you wanna get. This is your UV edition panel, and the technique I'm using is quite simple. It's not professional, and you're not using one UV map. You're actually not using not a single UV map. You just slice your object, your material into many pieces, and actually many overlapping UV maps. And those UV maps are not saved into a separate file for you to edit, but instead it's exported with your FBX. What I mean, I'm gonna see a little bit later. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna go to texture mode, and you're gonna see that it's the dim light. I should move the lightning somewhere around here so it would be more lit. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, now I kinda can see. And I'm gonna go select the object and go into edit mode, and what I'm gonna do is just hit faces and select all of the faces. all of the faces on the side. What I'm gonna do next is press U and do unwrap. What are you seeing here? You see this squirreled kind UV mapping. If I would press smart UV mapping, this is what I want to get. This is a little bit more closer to what I need, but it's not that, because you see they actually connect, and I cannot disconnect faces from the faces. Oh, actually I can. Okay. Oh, see, this is what I mean. They kind of stuck together. So what are we gonna do? We need to do mark seams, and for that I'm gonna go back to solid mode for you to see the object better. And I'm gonna select the top line all around and UV mapping and mark it as a seam. Seams basically mean where the object should cut it. Now I'm gonna do the same for the bottom, and I'm gonna do one line over here. Now it's gonna unfold. It should unfold. Unwrap. No, not unwrap. Yeah, this is the result that I want to get. All these pillars, all these polygons in a single line. I'm just gonna rotate it by 90 degrees for me to work it easier, and like that. Okay, so we got our UV mapping, we got our object, and the second thing we gotta do is create a material for our object. So I'm gonna select the object, I'm gonna create a new material, I'm gonna call it barrel 01. I'm gonna go to textures, create a new texture, and call it barrel diffuse. I'm gonna go to open, desktop, and I'm gonna select my barrel diffuse. So we have imported our texture into Blender right now. So going back to the texture mode over here, selecting front view, and now all we gotta do, go to object mode, and we have already our line selected, and just clicking this icon and selecting the barrel diffuse. What you're seeing already here in the texture mode view, this is like the actual render, that it's already here. It's wrapped up. And basically what it means, all these lines are actually copying the coordinates. What we're gonna do is go to front view, select scale with S, Z-axis, that means only top and bottom. I said Z-axis. What the hell? Oh, sorry, I meant Y. Yeah, so I'm going to just stress all the way up to cover the texture until the point I see that I like. So I think this is gonna be about good. Yeah. So now you have a cylinder covered in that texture seamlessly. Just a quick render view, so how it looks. This is just a default render, so don't mind the quality. And for now, I'm just, you know what, I'm gonna delete this lamp to just see the object fully unlit. Yeah, so we have this perfect cylinder. What I'm gonna do for the top, I'm just gonna select the circle and wrap it, select the image, scale it down just to match the wood with nothing. As I said, it's nothing professional, but still looks like wood, so for this to show, so we just get the idea. I'm gonna do the same here, doing the same mapping, so it would kind of match. Doesn't matter actually that much. Yeah, so we have our cylinder. This is already starting to look something like a barrel. Now we need to stretch it and make it more barrel-y. So first of all, we gotta do our top. So I'm gonna hit Ctrl R and add a line, and I'm gonna do it right over here. Now we can see that the barrel texture is all fucked up. And this is why overlapping. I don't want overlapping. Why is this overlapping? Oh, because I selected everything. Yeah. I'm gonna stretch it down here. Do like this. Oh, it's actually inverted. Yeah. Now it's way better. Okay, need to stretch a little bit more. Just for the perfect adjust. And now for the... Come on, select you. Oh, here we go. Now for this, we're gonna stretch it all the way down and select this piece right here. Okay, this doesn't match. I'm gonna I'm gonna need to move a little bit so it would match the actual lines. Ah, okay. Now it's not perfect, but anyways. Now I'm gonna select the top and shrink it and stretch it and shrink it again till I think that I get pretty much what I want. Yeah, this is perfect. Alright. Gonna extrude a little bit of this and that. Yeah. Okay, this is starting to look something like a barrel, I guess. Yeah, seems legit. This is crappy, but I don't want to fix it right now. Yeah. So now we gotta add another line right in the middle and stretch it a bit like this and this. Another line over here, stretch it as well to make it like a little more beefy. I'm gonna select the bottom, stretch it a little like this, select top, stretch it here. Okay, now I'm gonna do another line over here, stretch it, shrink it. Yeah. Oh, damn. Look at that. Crap. Once again, one line over here, one line over here. Stretch it. Wait. Stretch here. Stretch here. Alright. So far, so good. The bottom line. This is actually okay. Select all faces. Everything selected? Yeah, good. Stretch it a little bit down. Shrink it a little bit more. Alright. I think this needs a little bit more adjusting. Oh, damn. Alright. This as well. I'm gonna select all these faces and stretch it down a little even more. I still don't like the shape. Yeah, okay. And this line gotta move a little bit forward. Still don't like it. This pops out just too much. Alright. Okay, for the time being that should do it. I'm gonna select just the middle faces. And I'm gonna use it that just for the middle. Simple as that. Alright. I'm gonna click out. I'm gonna select this faces. This is gonna be from metal to metal. Okay, alright. Okay, something like that, I guess. Now, so for the top, it's way out of place. Something like that, I guess. Oh man, this is the shittiest quality barrel I have ever made. Over here, now to select the bottom pieces, stretch it, something like that, I guess. Yeah. And now for the bottom part. Stretch. Okay, so something a little bit similar with the texturings. I still don't like it. We're gonna adjust it real quick. Selecting only the edges, like this. As you can see, I'm not a great artist. I think what we should do is just thin the whole barrel a little bit. It's like that. Yeah, make it more. It's something, I guess. Now what else I'm gonna do is deselect, not everything, this piece is, this piece is, this, and yeah. So now all the sides lines are selected, and I'm gonna just stretch them a little bit. Hey, you rascal! Why are you not selected? I'm just gonna select them here, or not. Stretch. Alright, seems a little bit more legit. Sorry for the button on the top. It looks a little bit more like a barrel. Yeah, kinda. I'm gonna delete this camera, we don't want to export it. Now we gotta export it. I'm gonna export to Autodesk FBX file. I'm gonna go on desktop, name it barrel FBX, and save it. I'm gonna close the program. Do you wanna really quit? Yes. I'm not using it anymore. I have a better one. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now I already opened my Unreal Engine 4, and yeah, this is I made a world over here. Don't mind this in the corner. I'm just doing a project over there. Quick. Yeah. So now I'm just gonna create a new folder. Can I? Yeah. Add new folder. Barrels. Yeah. So here I'm gonna just drag and drop the barrel FBX. I'm gonna import all. I'm gonna close this dock and cancel the autosave. And I'm gonna import into engine all my normal OCC and specular maps of the barrel diffuse texture. Alright, and texture by normal is imported as a normal map. Okay, that's what we want. Now, if you would look at your barrel, sorry, not here. Here, I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna scale it all the way up, even more. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, directional lighting is not where I want to be. Rotation. Can I change you? Alright. Oh, damn, that's real bright. Okay, but here we go. We have our shitty barrel over here in our Unreal Engine 4. Now, what you wanna do is edit the material. I'm just gonna double click on the material, go to script, editing mode, and here we are. Where I have our diffuse texture because it was already in Blender as a texture sample. But what we want to add is a normal map. I'm gonna just type in texture, find texture sample, select the normal map, and right click and use current texture. Now we have a normal map. I'm gonna click save, and right here you're just gonna see the result. You see it got a little bit bumpier. Still, it's really bright, the texture itself, so I'm just gonna edit the texture itself and reduce its contrast. Yeah. Make it a little bit bigger. Here we go. That's a little better. Reduce the vibrance. Alright. Seems legit. I'm gonna save it. Yes, I want to save it. Alright. Seems a little bit better. Now back to... Where's the rascal gone? It's not here. Alright, back to the material editing. Now we have our occlusion maps and we have our specular maps. So I'm just gonna select the specular map, drag a node, texture sample. It's here. Now you wonder why it already appeared over here, because I selected here. If you select the image before dragging a node, and when you're gonna add a node, it's gonna detect that the current selected image is the texture or the image you wanna use. I'll click enter, and you can see the result is the same. I'm gonna save it. Yeah, and basically this is the final result. Let me check, where's my player start? Yeah, please go all over there. Yeah. Oh, now it's way too far. Yep. Here and here, I'm gonna click play. Oh, damn. Oh, that was quite loud. Alright. Now we should make it, I guess. Yeah. Let's click play. And here you see our huge ass barrel. Sorry for the quality of the object, it's not great, I know, but you basically get the idea on how to use simple programs and free tools just to create your little objects. And I know it's gonna your model's gonna look a way better than mine. Just to showcase what results you can get, I can show you real quick. Where is it? Barrel. Just a couple of more objects that I made using this technique. There's the barrel. I'll delete this. There's this barrel of mine that I created. There's the crate. It's not great as well, but I'm gonna redo this model sometime soon. There's a fireplace as well. And all of these objects were made in the same method, in the same technique of texturing and exporting as I showed you. Even for a little bit more complex objects, like for example this house, that's a little bit. Oh yeah, compiling shaders. All right. Yeah, just gonna load up textures, play just to show you around. Yeah, so you see the barrel, you see the crate. Here I got overly excited with normal maps. You see a fireplace with bricks. Just played around with normal maps as well. You see just some random house that you can go through. And all of these objects were made with simple technique, Blender, Crazy Bump, and just imported into Unreal Engine 4. So yeah, that concludes my video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please like it, subscribe my channel, and tell me what you think about this video. If you liked it, I'm gonna do more, and if you didn't like it, dislike this video, tell me why you disliked it. Please, I gotta develop myself as well. And see you soon, hopefully, and I'm gonna wait for your response. So yeah, this was Richard, one Y Gaming Community, and see you soon.